As the 30-second board is up, here is our starting grid scrolling across the top of your screen. This will be a 6-lap heat race for the Supercross class from Daytona. Floundering through the mud and the muck that makes up the initial sections of this racetrack. As you take a look at the 63 bike of Dusty Clapp. Now, Charles Summey and Chad Reed, no, it wasn't Chad, it was Charles Summey for sure, who got stuck when the gate dropped. Looking at a trip to the last chance qualifier already.
And Dusty Clapp out of Canada, you know he's raced plenty of motocross, national motocross races north of the border that have been extremely wet and muddy. And he's off to a great start here, and I'm telling you, the whole shot is going to be so important. You can see his front number plate is still clean. If he leads this race, there's a pretty good chance that when he crosses the finish line, I mean, if he wins it, when he crosses the finish line, the front of his bike and everything will be clean. The rest of the riders, brown already. We don't even have a quarter of a lap yet.
Figuring out who's who and where's who is going to be a challenge tonight. That's Davey Millsaps on the outside.
And that's Balbi in second.
That's Tyler Bright on the 709.
Whoa, and that was a bit of a rough ride he took. Almost got bounced off the bike as he took that position from Balbi. Now the inside right here.
Oh, Clatt stuck. Dusty Clatt is stuck to the right there. He was our leader. And another rider just went down.
Millsaps.
That's Davey Millsaps. And Balbi got through.
And take a look. This is the line right here that Clatt was in.
And he's still not going anywhere, Jeff. He has sunk that thing all the way up to the rear fender.
He won't go anywhere until somebody helps him get the bike out.
They're going to need a crane to get that thing out of there.
And that's what I was talking about, how the lines will change. And riders have to remember, the riders that passed Clatt, they say, okay, that line on that right-hander next lap around, I don't take that line.
So Tyler Bright out of Lexington, North Carolina, leads it right now on his Honda, bike number 709.
Take a look at the replay. This is Clatt with the whole shot, with the lead on such an important night. Bike gets stuck in that rut, and I'm telling you, it's bottomless. That rut will not recover. It's done for the night.
Bright out front now. And remember, Jeff, that San Francisco earlier this year was probably the muddiest race. And a change for the lead in mid-flight. That's an aggressive move in mid-flight. That's Balbi flying past to take the lead.
And Balbi has worked his way up to the front here. He started about fourth and just seems to be unfazed. And we talk about it a lot, Ralph, that my feelings are mud races like this is it's all about the attitude and wanting to go out and have fun and taking the pressure off of yourself for the finish or the points.
Kevin Windham runs in third. And we've already talked about Kevin's prowess in mud races, having won back in Anaheim in 2005, and which was another torrential night of rain.
Yeah, it was terrible. And what has to happen is you see Kevin Windham reaching into this left hand, pulling the roll-offs. There's a clean strip that rolls across, and he's going to have 50 or 60 pulls on that. But your inner child just has to come out on a night like tonight.
Look at all the pressure. He went flying past Bright to take over second place. Did Windham. Now he's going after Antonio Balbi.
Look at how the riders really have to tiptoe through. Windham pulling his roll-offs one more time, regrouping after that pass.
This section over here, Jeff, is actually not so bad.
It's not so bad because that's the clay and that's the high spots. But on the inside of this turn here, where Balbi just went through, there's an inside line there that's as deep, if not deeper, than the one that Clatt got stuck in.
Look at that through there. That's Balbi. Now let's go back and show you how Windham made that mid-flight pass.
Now watch Windham right here. On the left of your screen, comes up the left side of the finish line and just absolutely nails it. Hammers the throttle on that Honda 450 and clears it.
And of course, in dry conditions, everybody would have been doing that. Windham trying to run down Antonio Balbi. We're coming back to Daytona for more. Welcome back to Daytona. Watch this. Here's Davey Millsaps getting around Eric Sorby. and that was for 4th. Top 9 will transfer straight to the main event out of this heat race. This is heat number 1 for the Supercross class, and Antonio Balbi continues to lead on his number 55 with Kevin Windham sitting in 3rd, or 2nd I should say, with Bright still in 3rd.
And Balbi putting in such an awesome ride. He really has been unfazed by any other riders or even the track. He's making great line choices. He's not getting stuck in any ruts, but watch how deep it is right here. He has to power through that water hole. Lost his balance there a little bit, but you see him trying to move out to the outside, use the outside berm. Now right through here is some serious water, and you're conscious of that. You know better than to go through those deep water holes, but sometimes you just have to do it. Windham right now is really starting to put the pressure on.
Jeff, what type of skill is required to be fast in the mud, or is it just natural ability?
Well, I definitely think that there's a certain balance that you have to have on the bike. And look at Windham really closing it up. You just really have to keep your feet on the pegs. You don't want to be sitting on the seat with your feet out. You want to stand up and balance the bike, and it takes a lot of extra work, but you can really carry momentum that way. And on a night like tonight, you want to try to complete as many obstacles. See how Windham did a little double-double there? Off of that, these little things, if you can keep completing the track sections like it's normal, you're going to have faster lap time.
Problems now for the 118 at Davey Millsaps. A winner on the tour earlier this year. Oh, and he gets taken out by one of those deep sections of water.
Yeah, he just plowed in there, and it just took his front wheel and pulled it off to the right.
White flag is out for Antonio Balbi. He's 1 lap away from winning this heat, and laps take a while here tonight. The fastest one by Balbi, a 1:39.295.
And this can be, if Balbi wins this will be the biggest win of his career, because he has just put in a fantastic ride. He's gotten better as the races have gone on this year with his Supercross riding. Performs really well in the outdoor motocross, and it's showing because he has those type of skills that are really playing a part here tonight.
Balbi won the last chance qualifier a week ago up in Indianapolis. He was like 3rd to 1st to win it.
So he's won the LCQ. He's on his way to win the heat. Next step's the main event.
Well, and if you remember at San Francisco earlier this year, Jacob Marsack finished 1 spot out of a podium position in San Francisco. So there's no telling who might end up not only on the podium, but at the top step of the podium tonight.
Here goes Windham. He completes that double. He is close with Balbi. Balbi's going to feel that. And here, Windham behind him. He needs to not make any mistakes here in these following sections.
At the same time, Kevin doesn't want to push too hard and make a mistake and throw away a quick transfer to the main event.
Yeah, for Kevin Windham, who set 2nd in the championship points, right now it's about getting in the main event, not necessarily winning this thing, but
somebody else
turns left where you can see that's like the Blackwater 100 going through there.
It is. This is more like a GNCC, a Grand National cross-country event. Here comes Windham. He's actually putting on more pressure, but Balbi's going to take the win and then maybe crash. But at that point, it's safe. He's going straight to the main with a heat race win. Kevin Windham will go with him as the top 9 riders will transfer straight to the main. A lot of times the fans will beg riders for their jersey. And then this is one night they don't want the jersey of Antonio Balbi.
That's for sure, but rain or shine, nothing is going to be taking the smile off Antonio's face. Antonio, this is the first time you've ever won a heat race, but you feel as though you've almost won the main.
Oh, for sure, it's a big accomplishment for me. I'm so happy and so glad to be here. First of all, I want to thank God to let me have that opportunity. You know, I'm so happy.
These guys, it's grueling out there tonight. Battle of the fittest, and survival is going to be the key, right?
For sure, it's a tough track, and we have a mud. It's kind of similar to what I raced in Brazil, you know, and I just got a good start, and I got by K-Dub, but I couldn't believe. I'm so happy. But it's just to be here, it's been hard for me. My plane got stuck in Texas, and if it wasn't for Rick Johnson and Mitch Payton, they had a private jet and give them a ride here, and that's why I'm here. I can't thank those guys enough, and thank God, and for sure my team. Hooters, Tamer Motor, Triple X, they've been awesome for me this year. Thanks a lot, guys.
Good luck in the main event.
Even through all that mud, the smile of a Daytona winner shines bright here at the World Center of Racing.